I'm wearing a plaid shirt, which to me is very synonymous with American autumn and the grunge movement. The only problem with this shirt is that it's from the discount rack, and I don't usually have an issue with that, but I do take issue when it's ripped on both elbows.
Wait. No, he's joking, right? They sold this way in America because of the 50% off discount? My friends, if something have discount here, it will still be good. Today I'll be reacting to 6 American things I can no longer live without. Well friends, I really wonder what those things are, but before I go into that, let me ask you for one thing. If you can leave a like, thank you so much. It's the best way to show support. Now, if you can subscribe, well, in that case, forget about it. You make my day. Have that in consideration. Link for the original video in my description, and let's play it.
I mean, I can't really wait that long. I'm starving.
What?
Hello, I'm Lawrence, and I'm on a quest to
Hey,
uncover
Lawrence.
all of the memos that Britain and America lost in the pond.
I know.
One of those memos pertains to things and stuff, specifically American things and stuff that I can no longer live without. Those of you
Like
who've been
what?
subscribed to this channel for the last few months will know that I've already done 2 videos with this title, and that unlike the
My friends, if you have been subscribed to my channel, you also know that I already reacted to both.
Gremlins franchise, this one gets a part 3. Conversely, if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, do that now.
My friends, do it for me also.
In the meantime, you know the drill. I'm going to walk you through 6 American things that have become so ingrained in my life, they are my life.
Wait, US citizenship. Of course you cannot live without that. That's obvious.
Today, I did something that I haven't done since 1998, and that is
What?
look at my calendar. And I was surprised to see that it's been 2 years this week since I, Lawrence Brown, became a United States citizen. And I'm here to tell you today that I can no longer live without that very...
Oh, that's amazing. My friends, with you guys, I think Lawrence is actually a great addition to America, if that makes sense. And makes me so proud that he, I don't know why actually, but makes me so proud that he ended up becoming an American citizen, right? That's amazing.
Citizenship.
Wait. Let's run it back. Sorry.
It's been 2 years this week since I, Lawrence Brown, became a United States citizen. And I'm here to tell you today that I can no longer live without that very citizenship. And you might be thinking, Lawrence, you lived in America for 14 years without being a citizen.
Wait.
What are you talking about?
Good point.
Well, there's a certain truth to the notion that once you pass certain milestones in life, whatever it might be, there's no going back from that. The day I got it in a mass ceremony here in Chicago, I felt proud to be an American. Just like I did when I watched the film Air Force One for the first time. And I still feel that. There's a massive difference, I think, in the psychological feeling that you carry around with you between when you're merely a resident and when you're a citizen. As soon as you become a citizen,
I mean, I can only imagine that, but this makes a lot of sense. When you actually become, let's say, official, that's something that is specific from a great country like America. You probably feel so proud. My friend, he said 13 years to get the citizenship. Is this a normal waiting time? It's a lot, actually. But I don't know if it's normal or not, but it's a lot.
you feel like you 100% belong to this country instead of 95%, which is how I felt before. But on top of that, you have all manner of new things that you can do. Number one, I don't have to go into a separate...
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna run that part back. I know he jokes a lot, but I thought those are beautiful words, actually.
...% belong to this country instead of 95%, which is how I felt before. But on top of that, you have all manner of new things that you can do. Number one, I don't have to go into a separate queue at the airport to my American wife. Number two, I can now legally vote on US elections. Number three, I can do jury duty, which...
Wait, but he can vote, but from what I understand, imagine if all of a sudden he wants to run for president. That's not possible, right? You need to be born in America.
Inevitably will happen now that I've announced that to thousands of people. And number four, it's legally much harder for me to be kicked out of the country, which, if you've seen my early videos, is a remote possibility.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are terrible.
Anyway, one British thing that...
What the hell was that? Oh my god, the government didn't look at that video, otherwise no citizenship.
is a remote possibility.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches are terrible.
Anyway, one British thing that I can no longer live without is the British TV show.
Okay, wait. I actually like PBG quite a lot, so I disagree with this, but this was so random. Plaid shirts? Plaid shirts? What the hell that means?
Recently, some of you have commented, "Ooh, Lawrence, you are wearing snazzy shirts these days." And you're wrong. I am wearing one snazzy new shirt that Tara bought for me because I happen to say that I sort of like the look that fellow YouTube sensation Evan Edingo is going for in our
Wait, but see, this is something that I have to disagree. A lot of people associate those with Americans, but this is also very common here.
lab video. Basically, I think she thinks that
I have a couple, by the way. They are great.
I want to be more like him. But now that I've put it on, I really like it. I'm sold. I'm a convert to the American plaid shirt. Now, you might be thinking, plaid isn't uniquely American. In fact, plaid originated in Scotland. I know that, but I'm not wearing a kilt today. I'm wearing a plaid shirt, which to me is very synonymous with American autumn and the grunge movement. What I'm saying is, I am Kurt Cobain with just the wrong accent and hair and musical ability. The only problem with this shirt is that it's from the discount rack, and I don't usually have an issue with that, but I do take issue when it's ripped on both elbows.
Wait. No, he's joking, right? They sold this way in America because of the 50% off discount? My friends, if something have discount here, it will still be good. You know what I mean? Wait, no, he is joking. He is 100% joking.
And I don't usually have an issue with that, but I do take issue when it's ripped on both elbows. I see this as an excuse to get more of these and ask you, is it permissible to wear these in the winter as well as the autumn? Because as we know, winter is fast approaching, which brings us on to this.
My friends, he was joking, right? American Christmas. Oh, this is probably so amazing in America.
When British people, like me, move to the United States and they experience for the first time an American Christmas, they find...
Take a look. I actually believe I know where this city is. Is this the one in Washington that is basically a German town or something? Either way, maybe this is Colorado. Everywhere in America is beautiful, but take a look at that with the mountains.
find it hard to accept the fact that many of the British Christmas traditions don't exist here. I'm talking about pulling crackers, wearing stupid paper hats, eating Christmas pudding, eating mince pies, and slightly overdoing it on the advert car. And because of this,
Wow, I'm not aware of any of those. Okay, that's crazy.
while you're celebrating Christmas with your American family or friends, it can almost feel like there's something big missing. But the longer that I've lived here, the more I start getting excited about the countdown to Christmas. Because I think over time, you do something enough and with the right attitude, you suddenly start embracing it for the things that it does do rather than things it doesn't. So, for instance, I love the night before Christmas where we go driving around to look at all of the really excessive Christmas lights, because it's just not something we tend to see in Britain on this level. When I lived in Britain, it was very novel to receive news reports or videos from the United States of, oh, look at what this wacky family did in Wisconsin. They put up so many lights that they accidentally set their house on fire. And America might not do mince pies, but as I pointed out in the Thanksgiving video, it does many other pies. Plus, you can get mince pies from World Market, so we are taken care of in that respect. Furthermore, there's a...
Sorry, my friends, about pies. The most common one in Christmas is apple pie and pecan pie. Those two, right? Those are the most famous.
different selection of Christmas songs here to be utterly annoyed by. And I'm not going to list those off now because I did that in a video last year. Check it out. The point is Christmas here, along with the holiday season in general, which includes Thanksgiving, Halloween, Labor Day, I mean, these are my parameters. It's just an altogether different experience to what I had in Britain. And it's like bacon. I love the British version and I love the American version. And I believe I can live without neither. So why should you? But anyway, speaking of food.
It's kind of crazy, but the something that you end up pointing there, that you guys really have a holiday season. It's quite longer than the one we have here. Because you have the, Thanksgiving, Halloween, it's a lot. Basically, here I would say is Christmas and New Year,
Food. Cue up the next entry, or should that be entree?
American string cheese.
I have a bit of a problem here. I can't stop eating string cheese. It's just become
What the hell is that, my friends?
a big thing, an addiction, one might say, in recent weeks. Because the thing is, they're such an easy snack. Now, string cheese, especially in the mozzarella variety, can be found in other countries. They just don't usually look like a hot dog covered in cream. And that's what we have here in America, because
Yo, I never saw that.
these things, they almost look like cheese sticks that are very common here in the Midwest, just without the crumbs around it. And so, in a way, I convinced myself, because it's not fried like a cheese stick, that it's healthy for me and that I could just eat 100 of these every day. I don't eat.
I mean, but it's not that bad for you. If this cheese does not have a lot of crazy stuff, it's okay comparing with other. Imagine if you buy some chips, some Doritos. That is much worse. This is much better.
100. Don't get carried away. It's more like 50. But still, it's too much cheese for anyone to have, and I am very concerned that I may end up turning into a big piece of stretchy cheese myself if I keep going. But I just can't help it, because that's the thing about the Midwest. It's not just these, it's not just cheese sticks, it's cheese curds, it's cheese balls, it's cheese pizza. So you can't avoid it, and I feel like it's better just to give in. Give in to cheese. Yeah, I think I need to go and get some exercise.
Yo, my friends, but there is some studies that say that cheese can be as addictive as heavy drugs. It's good. Take a look at that on Google if you want. It's actually crazy. Winter
When I first
wicking
moved here,
boots.
that exercise probably wouldn't have taken place outside at this time of year. And that's not just because my nose hairs used to freeze, it's also because my feet did. I'd just been so used to winters in Britain where you could more or less get away with wearing tennis shoes unless it was icy out, and a good pair of socks, and you'd be all right. So that instinct kicked in for the first few years of living in the US until I realized that everybody else was wearing winter hiking boots. Now,
Wait, what?
we have hiking boots in Britain, but the thing is, we usually wear them to go hiking. After all, we are a nation of hikers. But in America, you might do that, but you might also put them on to go for a leisurely stroll down the street with your dog who's trying to destroy your gloves. And to that extent, they have become a crucial piece of footwear while living in the Midwest. Because with these, your feet stay absolutely warm. Whether you're wearing thick socks, thin socks, or no socks, as I did on one occasion. It took me 2 hours to clean out the smell. The point is, so long as you've got the right winter clothes, what are you doing? As long as you've got the right winter clothes, you can just about get through a Midwestern winter. I just wish that somebody had told me that before I spent a whole season scraping ice off my car. And speaking of which...
Wait. This one... Okay, makes sense. I mean, I think one of the biggest culture shocks in America is probably the weather. In the sense that... you guys, specific for my country again, because my country, I would say the weather is very like probably California here. Sun almost every day. Maybe you have 2 or 3 months that are a bit more cloudy, but we tend to have great weather. The summer is not as crazy as, for example, you guys have in Texas or Arizona. Is not as humid also. So I think we really have great weather. America is an incredible place, but it's very extreme when it comes to weather conditions.
Scraping ice off my car. And speaking of which...
Double wide garage.
I never have to worry about that now, because I have a garage. And not just any garage, but a very American double-wide garage. Does that make me sound like I'm out of touch? Those of you who have subscribed to me just after I got my US citizenship will know that I moved into this house at that time. And as somebody who rented for 14 years living in this country, I never got to know the joys of having my own garage. And since I made the first part in this series, I've only gotten to know those joys even more. Because remember when I showed you the mudroom and how it had become a kind of catch-all space for all of the recycling that I'd accrued? My wife wasn't particularly happy with that situation, plus a squirrel had gotten in and left a lot of poo. So she wanted me to get rid of all of the cardboard, except one problem still remained. I had so much of it from all of the stuff that sponsors had sent us and just from generally being a YouTube sensation that it still wouldn't all fit in the recycling bin the first time around. So for now, I've moved it into here and I will definitely be on top of it and get rid of it piece by piece
whenever there is space in the recycling. But you'll notice that it's all shoved off to the side so that we have room in the other half of the garage for the car.
Man, that's crazy. So you can use one side of the garage to put all of your, let's say, trash, and the other for the car. Oh man, this is one of the things I like my home, but if I could change one thing, and if one day I move, this will be a very important point to me. My garage just fits one car. And by the way, I'm lucky to have a garage because a lot of people don't have one. But I would love that I could put two cars because I drive one, my wife drives the other, and there is always one that is outside. And that actually, I think the car over time gets damaged, because of the weather. So having two spots is really, really, really important. Actually, related with this, a bit of a random thing. I'm not even sure why I'm sharing this. But I was watching a video that said that in Japan, for example, the electric cars are not selling a lot because most Japanese people don't have garage. It's kind of interesting, right?
To reiterate, this wouldn't have been possible in the garage that I grew up with in England because like many British garages or garages, as some British people might say, or garages, as Americans might say, there was only room for one car instead of one car and lots of trash. And it's just dawned on me, actually, that because it's about to be Christmas, the recycling is going to be through the roof. Maybe literally, which would provide easy access for squirrels. Here's what I'll do. I'll pay somebody to take care of it. That makes me sound more out of touch. Sorry. Either way, while I'm taking care of that, go and watch part 1, and I'll see you again soon.
Okay, my friends, I already saw that one, but you can find my reaction for that. And thank you so much for watching this with me. It really means a lot. You guys end up staying until the end. I thought this was a great video. Tell me in the comments if you end up agreeing with a couple of things I said here and also Lawrence. And yeah, see you guys in the next one. Bye, my friends.